Success is not an accident. It doesn't happen by chance, nor does it favor only a select few. It is a process, a formula, a pattern that repeats itself in the lives of those who pursue it with the right mindset, the right habits, and the right strategies. And here's the best part. Success always leaves clues. If you look closely enough, if you study the lives of those who have achieved great things, if you pay attention to what works and what doesn't, you'll realize that the blueprint is already there. It has been there for centuries. The question is, are you paying attention to the clues that success leaves behind? Some people spend their whole lives searching for the secret to success, as if it were some hidden treasure locked away in an ancient vault. But success isn't a secret. It's a set of principles that have been tested and proven over time. The reason some people never find success is that they ignore the clues that are right in front of them. They chase shortcuts, they look for the easy way out, they believe in luck more than discipline, and they dismiss the small details that actually make all the difference. Think about it. When you walk into a bakery, you don't have to see the baker to know that fresh bread has been made. The smell tells you. The clues are there. If you step outside after a storm and see puddles everywhere, you don't need someone to tell you it rained. The evidence is all around you. It's the same with success. Those who have achieved it leave behind signs, footprints, and lessons for those who are willing to observe and apply them. Look at any successful person in any field, business, sports, music, science, entrepreneurship, and you'll notice something interesting. They may come from different backgrounds, different cultures, different levels of education, but their principles of success are often the same. Hard work, discipline, persistence, adaptability, a hunger for learning, a commitment to excellence. These are the common denominators. These are the clues that success leaves behind. Let's talk about discipline. Success leaves a clear clue when it comes to discipline. If you study the lives of the most successful people, you'll see that they all practice discipline in some way. Whether it's waking up early, following a structured schedule, maintaining strict focus, or developing strong work habits, discipline is always present. It's no coincidence. Success and discipline go hand in hand. The person who shows up every day, does the work, and stays consistent will always outlast the person who only works when they feel like it. Another major clue success leaves behind is the power of associations. Successful people surround themselves with other successful people. They are careful about who they spend time with because they understand that environment plays a major role in shaping one's mindset and habits. If you want to know where you're headed, look at the people around you. Are they pushing you forward, or are they holding you back? Are they inspiring you to do more, or are they convincing you to settle for less? This is one of the strongest clues you can ever follow. You cannot surround yourself with negative, lazy, unmotivated people and expect to live a positive, ambitious, successful life. It just doesn't work that way. Another clue that success leaves is the willingness to learn. The most successful people are always students. They read, they observe, they ask questions, they seek out mentors, and they never assume they know it all. Learning is a lifelong process. The moment you stop learning, you stop growing. The moment you stop growing, you stop improving. And when you stop improving, success becomes harder to reach. If you look at highly successful individuals, they are constantly improving their skills, staying informed, and adapting to changes. They are learners first and achievers second. One of the strongest clues success leaves behind is resilience. Every great success story includes failure. Every single one. There is no person who has reached the top without experiencing setbacks, disappointments, and obstacles. The difference is successful people don't quit when things get tough. They don't see failure as the end. They see it as a lesson. They adjust, they improve, they keep going. If you've experienced failure but refuse to give up, that's a clue. That's a sign that you are closer to success than you think. Now let's talk about work ethic. This is one of the biggest clues of all. If you study successful people, you'll notice that they all have a relentless work ethic. They put in the time, they put in the effort, they go the extra mile. They don't just do what's required, they do more. They stay up late, wake up early, practice longer, prepare better, and push harder. Success doesn't reward laziness. It doesn't reward wishful thinking. It rewards action. If you are someone who is willing to work, to hustle, to do what most people won't, then you are on the right track. One of the most overlooked clues of success is gratitude and mindset. People who achieve success don't spend their time complaining about what they don't have. They focus on what they do have. They appreciate opportunities, they see possibilities, and they maintain a positive mindset. If you find yourself shifting from a negative mindset to a positive one, if you've started looking at life through a lens of possibility rather than limitation, that's a clue. Success also leaves clues when it comes to taking responsibility. If you look at highly successful people, they don't blame others for their circumstances. They take full ownership of their lives. They don't make excuses, they make adjustments. They don't wait for someone to rescue them. They take action to change their situation. If you have started taking responsibility for your actions, for your growth, and for your future, that is a huge clue that success is closer than you think. The bottom line is this: the clues are everywhere. They are in the habits, the disciplines, the choices, the mindset, and the actions of those who have already achieved what you are striving for. The question is, are you paying attention? Are you following the clues, or are you ignoring them? Are you studying success, or are you hoping it will somehow find you by accident? The evidence is clear. Success is a process, and the patterns are visible. If you follow the right clues, you will find the right results. Small wins lead to big results. Success isn't a single event. It's not one massive achievement that happens overnight. It's not a lottery ticket or a lucky break. Success is built step by step through small wins that compound over time. The mistake most people make is thinking they need to make giant leaps to get where they want to go. They think they need a major breakthrough, a huge promotion, a massive change, or an extraordinary opportunity to make progress. But that's not how it works. The truth is, success is made up of small, consistent victories. If you study the lives of successful people, you'll notice a pattern. They didn't just wake up one day and achieve greatness. They built their success on daily habits, small efforts, and incremental improvements that, over time, led to big results. They understood that the little things matter. Every single day, the choices we make, the actions we take, and the habits we build determine where we will end up. Let's take an example. Imagine you want to improve your health. You don't get fit by going to the gym for 10 hours in one day. That's not how the body works. But if you go to the gym for 30 minutes a day, consistently, over months and years, you'll see dramatic results. It's the small, repeated actions that create transformation. The person who does 50 push-ups a day may not see a difference in a week, but after a year, they will have built incredible strength. Now apply this to any area of life: finances, career, relationships, personal growth. The person who saves a little money every month will eventually build wealth. The person who improves their skills just 1% every day will become an expert in their field. The person who makes an effort to strengthen their relationships, even in small ways, will build meaningful connections that last a lifetime. The problem is, most people overlook small wins. They don't seem exciting, they don't give instant gratification, they feel too small to matter. But that's where people go wrong. Small wins are powerful because they build momentum. They create confidence. They prove that progress is possible. Let's talk about momentum. Success is like pushing a heavy flywheel. At first, it feels slow and difficult. The first push takes effort, and the wheel barely moves. But if you keep pushing, if you stay consistent, the wheel starts to turn faster and faster. Soon, it gains its own momentum. That's how small wins work. Think about a writer who wants to publish a book. If they wait for the perfect moment to write 100 pages in a day, it may never happen. But if they commit to writing just 1 page a day, by the end of the year, they'll have a 365-page book. The same applies to learning a new skill. If you study for 15 minutes a day, that's 5,475 minutes of learning in a year. over 91 hours. That's more than enough to develop expertise in a new area. Small wins also change how we see ourselves. If you commit to reading 10 pages of a book every day, soon you start seeing yourself as a reader. If you wake up early and exercise every morning, you start identifying as a disciplined person. Every small win reinforces a new identity. It shifts your mindset. It builds self-belief. And belief is the foundation of success. Let's talk about habits. Success is a result of the small things we do repeatedly, not once, not twice, but daily. If you develop the habit of showing up, of taking action, of improving just a little bit every day, the results will follow. But the key is consistency. The person who reads 10 pages today and then forgets for a month won't see results. The person who exercises for 1 week and then quits won't get stronger. The magic happens when you stick with it. Let's take financial success as an example. Some people believe they need a huge salary or a major investment to become wealthy. But wealth isn't built in a day, it's built in small steps. The person who saves $5 a day may not feel like they're making progress, but over a decade, that money grows. And if they invest it wisely, it multiplies. Small financial decisions, cutting unnecessary expenses, avoiding debt, increasing savings, little by little, eventually lead to financial freedom. The same principle applies to business success. No business becomes a giant overnight. Every successful company started small. It was built brick by brick, decision by decision, small win by small win. The entrepreneur who makes one great sale today and another tomorrow eventually builds a thriving enterprise. The athlete who trains every day, even when they don't feel like it, eventually reaches peak performance. Small wins also prepare you for bigger challenges. When you learn to master the little things, you build the discipline, skills, and mindset needed for bigger opportunities. If you can manage $1,000 well, you'll be ready to manage $10,000. If you can stay disciplined with a small project, you'll handle bigger ones with confidence. One of the most overlooked benefits of small wins is how they rewire the brain. Every time you complete a small task successfully, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical. This reinforces positive behavior and makes you more likely to keep going. The more you experience small wins, the more motivated you become to achieve bigger wins. Many people give up because they don't see instant results. They think progress is invisible. But progress is happening. The person who works out may not see a difference in a week, but their body is changing. The entrepreneur may not see profits in the first few months, but their business is growing. The student who studies a little every day may not feel smarter immediately, but their knowledge is expanding. It's easy to underestimate the power of small steps. We live in a world that glorifies big achievements, but ignores the process that leads to them. The reality is, every great success is built on a foundation of small, consistent actions. And the real question is, are you taking those small steps? Are you celebrating small wins? Are you staying consistent even when progress feels slow? Because if you are, you're already on the path to big results. Success is not an accident. It doesn't happen by luck, by chance, or by wishful thinking. It happens because of discipline. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's the bridge between your goals and your achievements. It's the bridge between dreams and reality. Without it, everything remains on the other side, untouched, unreachable, just a distant possibility. But with discipline, anything is possible. Now, discipline isn't exciting. It's not glamorous. It doesn't give you instant gratification. That's why most people avoid it. They want results without effort. They want rewards without the work. They want success without the process. But that's not how it works. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is discipline. Not talent, not intelligence, not luck. Discipline. Think about any major success story. Whether it's an athlete, an entrepreneur, a musician, or a leader, there's always one common factor: discipline. It's the ability to stay committed when motivation fades. It's the ability to push forward when the excitement wears off. It's the ability to do the work, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is showing up every single day, regardless of how you feel. It's waking up early to train, to work, to study, to improve. It's saying no to distractions, no to excuses, no to the easy way out. Because discipline understands something that most people don't. Success is not about what you do once in a while. It's about what you do consistently. Let's take an example. Imagine two people who both set a goal to get in shape. One starts with enthusiasm, full of energy and motivation. They go to the gym for a week, push hard, and then stop. The other person, they start slow, they go to the gym every day, even if it's just for 20 minutes, they stay consistent. Months go by, and the first person has quit, but the second, they're in the best shape of their life. That's the power of discipline. Now let's apply this to every area of life. In business, the entrepreneur who disciplines themselves to make daily progress, to market their product, to improve their skills, will eventually outlast and outperform those who rely on bursts of motivation. In finances, the person who disciplines themselves to save a small amount consistently, who avoids unnecessary spending, who invests wisely, will create wealth over time. In relationships, the person who disciplines themselves to communicate, to listen, to show up for their loved ones, will build deep, meaningful connections. Discipline is the separator. It's what divides those who try from those who succeed. And it's not something you're born with, it's something you develop. No one wakes up naturally disciplined. It's a choice, a habit, a mindset that must be built. Now here's where most people struggle. They think discipline is about willpower. They believe they need to wake up every day with extreme self-retreat, fighting temptations, pushing through struggles. But that's not how discipline works. Discipline is about systems. It's about habits. It's about creating an environment that makes success easier. Let's say you want to wake up early every morning. If you rely on willpower, you'll fail. One morning, you'll feel tired and hit snooze. Another morning, you'll say, just 10 more minutes. But if you set up a system, placing your alarm across the room, preparing your clothes the night before, having a reason to wake up, suddenly waking up becomes automatic. That's discipline. It's not about forcing yourself every single day. It's about creating routines that make success inevitable. Discipline is also about making the right choices when no one is watching. When it's easy to slack off, easy to procrastinate, easy to take a shortcut, that's when discipline matters most. It's waking up and working on your goals, even when no one is holding you accountable. It's putting in the effort, even when no one is checking on you. It's doing the hard things, not because someone is telling you to, but because you know it's necessary. Another critical thing about discipline, it compounds. One disciplined action leads to another. When you train yourself to wake up early, you start managing your time better. When you train yourself to exercise daily, you start eating healthier. When you train yourself to read every day, you start thinking differently. Discipline in one area spills over into every other area of life. But here's the truth. Discipline is uncomfortable. It requires sacrifice. It demands effort. It means saying no to things you want now so you can have what you really want later. It means choosing growth over comfort. And that's why so many people struggle with it. They let their emotions control them. They act based on how they feel instead of what needs to be done. But the moment you let your feelings dictate your actions, you lose. Discipline doesn't care about feelings. It doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It doesn't ask for permission. It simply does the work, day after day, until the results show up. Think about a farmer planting seeds. He doesn't expect to see results overnight. He doesn't dig up the soil every day to check if the plants are growing. He simply does the work, waters the seeds, removes the weeds, gives it time. Eventually, the harvest comes. That's discipline. The problem is we live in a world that promotes instant gratification. Everything is about quick results, fast rewards, immediate pleasure. But success doesn't work that way. Real success is built through patience, persistence, and discipline. It's built through showing up when others quit. It's built through pushing through the hard days, through the doubts, through the setbacks. Many people look at successful individuals and think they're just lucky. or they're just talented. But what they don't see is the discipline behind the scenes. They don't see the late nights, the early mornings, the sacrifices, the repetition, the consistency. They don't see the bridge that was built step by step through disciplined action. Discipline is the great equalizer. It doesn't matter where you come from, how much talent you have, how much money you start with. If you have discipline, you can succeed. If you can stay focused, if you can keep improving, if you can do what needs to be done day in and day out, you will move forward. It's not always exciting, it's not always fun, but discipline is the price you pay for success. And the good news, anyone can develop it. Anyone can build the bridge. Anyone can cross over if they're willing to put in the work. Success is not just about talent, hard work, or intelligence. It's also about alignment, being on the right path and surrounding yourself with the right people. No matter how ambitious you are, no matter how much effort you put in, if you are walking down the wrong road with the wrong people, progress will always be a struggle. But when you align yourself with the right individuals and follow the right path, momentum takes over. And what once seemed difficult starts to feel natural. The truth is, no one succeeds alone. Every great achievement, every major breakthrough, every incredible success story involves people, mentors, supporters, collaborators, and like-minded individuals who elevate, challenge, and push you to be better. The people you surround yourself with will either accelerate your progress or hold you back. They will either inspire you to keep moving forward or tempt you to stay in place. They will either fuel your vision or drain your energy. It starts with awareness. Many people wonder why they struggle to stay motivated, why they feel stuck, why success seems so far away. But they never stop to examine their surroundings. Who are they spending time with? What kind of conversations are they having? Are they being challenged to grow, or are they surrounded by negativity, doubt, and complacency? There's an old saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you spend time with people who complain, blame, and make excuses, you will start to do the same. If you surround yourself with people who settle for mediocrity, you will start lowering your own standards. But if you spend time with ambitious, driven, focused individuals, you will absorb their energy, their discipline, their mindset. It's not about cutting people off completely. It's about being intentional with your time and energy. Some relationships push you forward. Others hold you back. Some conversations inspire you. Others drain you. The right people will challenge you, support you, and help you see possibilities you never even imagined. The wrong people will discourage you, distract you, and make you doubt yourself. Now let's talk about the right path. You can have the best mindset, the strongest work ethic, and the most supportive people around you, but if you're moving in the wrong direction, you'll never reach your destination. This is why clarity is essential. What do you really want? What kind of life do you want to build? What kind of work fulfills you? What impact do you want to have? Too many people drift through life without direction. They follow trends, chase what's popular, do what's expected, and end up on a path that doesn't fulfill them. They work hard, but they're climbing the wrong ladder. They push forward, but they're running in circles. Hard work is only valuable when it's applied in the right direction. Imagine 2 people rowing a boat. One is paddling with all their strength, but they're moving in the wrong direction. The other is paddling steadily, but they're on the right course. Who do you think will reach their destination first? The one who is aligned with the right path. This is why direction is more important than speed. It's not about how fast you're moving. It's about whether you're moving towards something that truly matters. The right path is not always the easiest one. In fact, it's often the opposite. It requires risk, sacrifice, and stepping outside your comfort zone. It means saying no to distractions, rejecting shortcuts, and committing to long-term growth. But when you're on the right path, every step forward feels meaningful. The challenges become lessons, the obstacles become stepping stones, and the journey itself becomes fulfilling. The problem is, many people hesitate to choose the right path because it's uncertain. They prefer the familiar, even if it's unfulfilling. They choose the safe route, even if it leads nowhere. But here's the reality. There is no perfect moment to start. There is no absolute guarantee of success. The only way to know if a path is right for you is to start walking. Take the first step. Adjust as you go. Learn from the journey. And this is where the right people come in. The right people will encourage you to take that first step. They will remind you of your strengths when you doubt yourself. They will hold you accountable when you feel like giving up. They will provide insights, guidance, and wisdom that accelerate your growth. Throughout history, every successful person had a circle of influence that shaped their journey. Great leaders had mentors who guided them. Innovators had teams that believed in their vision. Athletes had coaches who pushed them to their limits. No one achieves greatness alone. The right people amplify your strengths, refine your weaknesses, and open doors you never even knew existed. But finding the right people requires effort. It means seeking out mentors, joining communities that align with your goals, and building relationships based on mutual growth. It means stepping out of toxic environments and gravitating toward those who inspire, uplift, and challenge you to rise higher. The right people will hold you to a higher standard. They won't let you settle for average. They won't accept your excuses. They will challenge you to push harder, think bigger, and aim higher. At times, their honesty might be uncomfortable, but it will be exactly what you need to grow. On the other hand, the wrong people will encourage comfort. They will validate excuses, support mediocrity, and make you feel okay about staying the same. They will tell you that your dreams are unrealistic, that your efforts are pointless, that your ambition is unnecessary, not because they want to harm you, but because your growth reminds them of their own stagnation. So the question is, who are you surrounding yourself with? Are they helping you move forward, or are they keeping you stuck? Are they expanding your vision, or are they limiting your potential? Are they supporting your journey, or are they pulling you in a different direction? The right people and the right path are not separate ideas. They are deeply connected. When you walk the right path, you will naturally attract the right people. And when you surround yourself with the right people, they will help guide you toward the right path. It's a cycle of growth, progress, and alignment. But it starts with a choice to be intentional, a choice to evaluate your surroundings, a choice to let go of what no longer serves you, a choice to move in the direction of your highest potential. Because the truth is, success is not just about what you do, it's about who you do it with and where you are headed.